Another Tuesday night passes in the world of WWE, and yet again, Fog Wrestling takes a pass on NXT. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. It's only a recap, it's not a review, because just like last week and the week before and the week before that, we didn't watch it. And why are we not watching this? Because, let's just be honest, man, NXT, I've completely lost interest in wrestling, and I've completely lost interest in this development brand that is producing the jobbers of tomorrow. Right, that's it. This is just a conveyor belt
of shite.
Yeah, listen, we're going to see all these shitey people that are on NXT, we're going to get them on Raw or SmackDown for the next 3-4 years anyway, so what's the point? May as well wait and see what crap they give us.
No, you're right, but you know what? We reviewed NXT, we used to do quarters, used to do ratings. Now we don't really do ratings, now we don't watch the shows. So then the recaps will end, and then hopefully everything will end. Because there's nothing fun about this shite.
Is that why you sound so depressed?
Aye. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to be doing jumping jacks at 4 fucking AM talking about NXT? NXT, the next generation. That's a bunch of fucking nobodies are going to amount to nothing. They could all drop off the face of this off tomorrow. And you know what changes? You guessed it. Fuck all.
Well, the most star power I think about NXT is the fact that the commentators are Vic Joseph, Booker T and Corey Graves. That seems to be it.
Well, that's about it, aye.
See once you announce...
Okay.
Once you announce the commentators, it's downhill for there.
Damn right.
Corey Graves. The man. Corey Graves pulling double duty. He was on Raw last night, on NXT this night.
I feel sorry for Corey Graves.
I do think, you know what? Respect to Corey Graves for backing himself. Yeah, Pat McAfee might be a big name, and I get it, but he is shite. McAfee is worse than Corey Graves. I was wrong. I'll admit it. I used to think the guy was pretty good.
Yeah, but you said he backed himself, did he? He backed himself into a corner. And what did he? Did he fight? No, he flight. That's what he did.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? He could have said nothing and just accepted it. But he let the company know it's not right.
Aye, and then he's like, I'm happy to be here covering the developmental brand next to Booker T, who they didn't want 10 years ago, and I didn't want to be on Netflix. I want to be in the Orlando zone.
He should have just went to AEW. Tony would have created a secondary commentary desk to get the guy on. Let's be honest, we all know it. Anyway, right, let's get into the show then. First match, Jada Parker versus Thea Hale in an Evolution Eliminator match. Now, I'm not sure what's happening at Evolution. I think the NXT title is being defended. Am I right?
I couldn't tell you.
I think it is. I think it is. Listen, it's Evolution 2. Surely all the women belts are going to be defended at Evolution. I would assume so.
I tell you what,
it's a women's only premium live event.
Well, I tell you what, if it's a women's only pay-per-view live event, I won't be watching it. No, honestly, I'm no fuck. Do you think I'm the...
Whoa.
What? Shut the fuck up.
No, that's on the same weekend as All In.
Is it?
Aye. We'll be watching that instead.
Nah, fuck off.
£20, brother. $19.99. All In.
Maybe I will be watching Evolution. No, what? No, seriously. What could happen at Evolution for me to sit there at 5 AM and go, pat myself in the back? Well done, Stevie. You watched that? Nothing. Fucking he wrapped in home, man. Nothing.
Unless the main event's Alexa Bliss in a brand panties match, I'm not watching it.
But then you've got All In. They're both on the same night.
I don't know. I think this is on
Sunday. Is it?
I think so.
No,
because Saturday night main event and NXT Great American Bash, I think, or something like that. NXT's got pay-per-view on the Saturday.
And then what a shite weekend that is.
Or Evolution's on Saturday and NXT's pay-per-view on Sunday.
I need to make some plans for the 12th of July.
And the 11th?
Aye. Fucking hell.
What's 3 pay-per-views on the 11th?
What a shite weekend for wrestling.
Anyway, Jada Parker versus Thea Hale in an Evolution elimination match. And Jada Parker wins, so congratulations for her. Yeah, Parker tapped or something, or she thought she tapped, and then Parker connects with a Hypnotic to pick up the win. Listen, I get it. She's got a big fucking ass. And someone commented, I think it was BD Cool, he says having a big ass gets you a long way now in professional wrestling. I'm not denying it. It does. But I think Jada Parker's finisher looks weak. I don't think it's a good finisher at all. And I get it. She's incorporating her ass into it. But if you're going to use your ass as a finisher, you need to put some momentum behind it.
Do you know how Jada Parker's getting dangerously close to someone that's just been on NXT for fucking too long?
Yeah, see about 6, probably low. I don't know, when did she debut? How long has she been on it?
Fuck, if you...
I really liked her
She
when I
had
first...
that controversy months ago.
Yeah, I really liked her when I first seen her, and I thought, oh, you know, this person can actually talk a wee bit. This person's got something. But again, just sit in NXT for months and months, years and years, and then before you know it, it's like, just release them. At the end of the
Get
day.
rid of them, man. But
Anyway.
yeah, the finish was not that good.
No, it's no. I'm trying to think of wrestlers that have used their ass as a finisher before. Obviously, Rikishi's done it.
Wow.
Nia Jax does it. But, I mean, we've seen Asuka use a fucking flying ass or whatever, but Naomi's done it the rear end. But Naomi, I think...
Pat Patterson.
Nah, he rear-ended people.
Aye, well, there you go.
You see a batter or a pitcher?
Fucking both, probably. Catching, not pitching.
Anyway...
Greasing the Union.
We got a Blake Monroe promo apparently after this. Then we got Elijah talking to Briggs and Anamura backstage. First Class show up. They talk about the lineage of the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Some shit like this.
Nothing first class about it. Standard delivery, man. Honestly, it's fucking shite.
I actually think Top Dollar, or what's he go by in TNA?
1 cent? I mean, no. See these guys that have been released and went to TNA and have ended up on fucking NXT. It's like that.
Some kind of sick joke.
It's like that Looney Tunes meme. I mean,
Jackass.
When's the fucking penny gonna drop that these dumb cunts have fucking flopped big time? No, how fucking retarded must they feel?
I'm going to TNA. I'm not staying on WWE development a year later. They're
No,
back. Yeah, but they're back on WWE without the WWE money.
But compare this to like the mid 2000s, right? Imagine like if Christian and fucking Angle and guys like that left WWE to go to TNA.
And then ECW and TNA have a partnership a year later.
Yeah, just
Kurt Angle's back on ECW wrestling Balls Mahoney. You're like, what?
Come on.
Down.
It's Christian.
Anyway, yeah, I don't really see anything happening here.
But see Elias, though, right? At least he had something about him.
I think, yeah, but you know what? That seems to be the worst thing. Having something in wrestling seems nowadays is like a curse.
Frowned upon.
What's that? LA Knights actually got charisma and head and shoulders above everyone else. Fuck it, let's bury him. It's like, what's this? There's another Samoan fat fuck who's out of shape and looks like an absolute retard and can barely speak English and can't do hee-haw. You're going to be a big star. You know, oh, another Mexican luchador that can't speak English, wears a mask. Aye, we'll bring you in. You can sit in catering with $1.50 and eat burritos. That's what we do around here. You know, it's like, what's happening?
Could fucking great.
But someone like Elias did have potential. Someone like an LA Knight does have potential. Top Dollar, First Class, whatever he wants to call himself. I don't really watch it much, but whenever I do see him in TNA, I enjoy that guy. No, I do. Here, we're gonna laugh like I think he's all right. That time, Mark Henry, Joe Henry made that wee video about the song.
I am banned from diving.
Who's that wee guy? Steve. I remember you were on his boat.
Aye.
Guy called Steve.
Aye, big Steve's boat.
Aye.
He was on my boat.
West Wing or West Wing or East Wing?
You get West Wings on boats, you get deck 1 and...
No, I meant like, is it the one you park on the West Wing or the one you park on the East Wing? We don't really park them,
You have a sea east of the West Wing.
What's the correct term for a boat?
What do you mean?
Like, you don't park it up.
You dock it.
That's it, aye.
You dick.
No, but wait.
You don't land it, do you?
No, but is a dock in a boat, would that not kind of just be like... Is that not the term used for when you're coming in? If you just leave it there? Or would that just be, oh, my boat's docked?
What do you mean leave it there?
Like, what if you leave your boat and you fuck off for a year? What's that called? What have you done to your boat?
You've docked it.
I suppose. So it's not,
Well, name me another word.
I don't know, arriving or something? I don't know.
I have been arriving the past year.
Anyway, let's just move on.
I've docked the past year. Come on.
Well, the ratings have docked.
Play the game, son.
The bottom of the barrel. Right, up next, Kalani Jordan versus Lash Legend in an eliminator match. Bit surprising here, but Lash Legend picks up the win. She defeats Kalani Jordan. I wasn't expecting that.
It's like the age-old thing, though, about do you get on or in a train? It's obviously on a train, but you would say you get in a car, you would say you get on a car. I see, it's... But even though it's not like the whole docking thing is completely... what you said is ridiculous, but...
I've heard that if it's a personal thing...
You say in?
You get in, but if it's like if a public thing, you get on.
Aye.
Like if it's a private helicopter, you get in it, don't you? And if it's a limousine, you get in. If it's a car, you get in. But if it's a train, you get on. If it's a bus, you get on. If it's a boat, you get on.
Yeah, but you would say, I'm going into my house, but you wouldn't say, well, I'm going on to his house if it's someone else's house, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's true.
Like, you could own a train, but you wouldn't say, I'm getting in my train, but I'm getting on his train. Or would you? It's a good debate. But no one really owns a train, you know what I mean?
No.
Anyway, it's more interesting than NXT.
Hold on. Do you think anybody owns a train apart from like train companies?
Oh, people, but
like Elon Musk, would he have a train?
They'd be decommissioned. They wouldn't be on live tracks.
Why not? Whatever Elon Musk says here, I want to go out on a train journey, so get my train ready. Where did I dock my train?
Where did I dock my train?
Yeah. You can tell we've an interesting fucking...
Wait, what do you actually call... What do you do to a train?
Park it, I guess.
Arrive? No, you don't park a fucking train. It's on rails.
Aye, wheels on rails?
But it's on rails. You can't park it. It goes where it can only go where it can go.
Designated parking?
Arriving at platform 1 is the shitey NXT review by two Mongos.
Right,
please hit the like button while learning from this.
Fuck the like button.
Train.
Fuck the like button. Hit the super chat button, guys.
Hit it.
Come on, we need it. We're desperate, right? The family package. Tony D'Angelo tells Luca Crasafino that he'll see him in the ring. So, wow, T, how you gonna do this, T? Come on, T. And then he calls him being a liar. He said, I'm not lying to you. What happened to you and Stacks in the desert? They got put in a trunk and whatnot, and then Stacks appears with a couple of guys, and it looks like Stacks has got a new family, and they start brawling. Luca then tries to hit Stacks. Stacks stalks. Luca hits Tony D. Tony D's like, oh my god, it's true, you have betrayed me. And then Luca's like, oh man, Stacks, I didn't mean it, buddy. You know
what, this sounds interesting, but no enough for us to tune in, so do better. No, see Tony D, man. He has been in... You want to talk about Jada Parker? Tony D's been doing this for years.
Remember they brought Nunzio back for that? Why can't they get Nunzio back full time? And Nunzio and Tony D got to the main roster. Throwing a couple of fake Italians in there.
There is so much room with like a mobster gimmick, man.
Well, I know Big Fito, or Fito, whatever he's called, was bashing this and saying that Stacks has not paid his dues. Stacks didn't call him or nothing to ask him if he could wear the leather jacket and the bonnet. It's like, hold on. You didn't invent that, you stupid prick.
Yeah.
Fito seems to think he invented being a fake Italian.
No, but...
Or maybe he's a real Italian, I don't know, but either way.
I mean, at least if James Gandolfini is like, yeah, fucking...
Where's my royalties?
Alright, that's accept, he's dead, like, but, I mean, Big Fito, he's putting fucking too much on him.
Yeah, he's trying to make out that he invented being...
Italian-American?
Yeah, which is, I mean...
You want the first guy off the boat?
Yeah, first class...
I wonder if they docked.
Or arrived, or parked, I don't know. First class tells Trick Williams to park that TNA title on my shoulder, buddy. Yeah, they have a wee backstage thing. Who fucking cares, man? It's all about money. We get Chase University vignette, and you know what, Chase U's free.
I think NXT is just full of things that should have ended years ago.
Yep. And it's like, do you not think even by the time they do call these people up, they've used a lot of their best material?
See, Chase University, right? They could have called them up and just had them attack like the main roster, and be like, "Oh my god, these guys were university students learning their trade, but now they're on the main roster, and they're unhinged, they're uncontrollable."
What has Andrew Chase been teaching these people?
Aye.
You know, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, third match: Trick Williams, AJ Francis, Wes Lee, and Casey Navarro take on Elijah, Josh Briggs, Yoshiki Inamura, in a 6-man tag.
Sounds like a guy that's signed for Celtic.
Does, doesn't it? The winners, Elijah, Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura.
I'm pretty sure it is the guy. Well, I mean, the Imanura part. I don't know about the Yoshiki, but aye. Diddy match, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, then we get Stacks and Luca backstage in Ava's office bickering. The Don wants Luca to prove he's not working with Stacks. The Don tells Ava to book Luca in a match with Stacks for next week's show. Ava says she can't do that because Stacks is having a shot at Noam Dar's Heritage Cup next week. When the Don asks Ava why Stacks is getting a shot at the Cup, it's because Stacks reminded her that the last person he pinned was a former Heritage Cup holder. Ava also mentioned that Stacks' consigliere was the one who made was the one who made this match possible. The Don assumes that it's Luca, and he's pissed. So another thing that I think needs to be just discarded: the Heritage Cup.
All due respect, you got no idea what it's like to be number one.
Stacks is the new number one, so I guess he does, isn't it?
No, I tell you what, doesn't, man. Fucking NXT is a fucking cesspit, man. No, see, who? I don't know who's running TNA these days, right? But it must be fucking Eugene, Nick Dunsmore or whatever. Because how the fuck is Trick Williams carrying that belt about?
Right, you know what? Next week we'll watch NXT. We'll give it a chance.
Not in a fucking month of Sundays.
We'll get next week. You got my word, guys.
He'll watch
membership only. Maybe that.
I wouldn't even pay that.
True. Right, Saria with Sol Ruka versus Izzy Dame and with the culling and an elimination match. Izzy Dame wins! Ho ho! Yeah! So, Izzy Dame qualifies. Good for her. Didn't expect this, but it happened. Inamura...
You mustn't think too highly of Saria.
No, Inamura tells Briggs that he's willing to give him a shot at the TNA World Championship. Inamura wants Briggs to look at the bigger picture. Briggs is the TNA World Champion, and Inamura is the NXT Champion. Neither of these guys are the NXT or the TNA World Champion, so who the fuck's giving who a title shot?
I think they're taking on Trick Williams in a triple threat match with both belts on the line or something. No, a fatal 4-way, Oba Femi's in. I don't know. Or maybe they're on 2 single one-on-one matches.
Maybe. You know something that JR was talking about the other day, and he bashed the fuck out of it? WrestleMania 15... or 16, he says that triple threat match with Angle, Jericho and Benoit was horrible, but he says that they ruined it, but if they just made it one fall to a finish for the Intercontinental Championship, it could have been the best triple threat match we'd ever seen. See, there's things like that I think Jim Ross is too old schooling or stuck in his ways, because I do believe that the 2 titles being on the line with 2 different finishes, one for each belt, I think that was a great...
An Angle losing both of them?
No, I thought it was a great stipulation. Yep. And Jericho beat Benoit, and Benoit beat Jericho. So Angle walked in with both belts as the heel and left fucking crying with none. I thought that was actually a really good idea.
No, it was. I understand JR's point, though. I think 140 a finish is cleaner. But you can still have a fucking great match with 2 falls. And they did.
Yeah, definitely. So, I don't know. I liked it, and I think a Fatal 4, like you described there, that would be pretty cool if one fall was for the TNA title and one was for the NXT, but we'll see. 5th match, Jordan Grace versus Lola Face in an Evolution Eliminator match, and Jordan Grace wins. Face goes for the spinning heel kick, but Grace counters with the Exploder Suplex. Grace connects with the Beast Mode to pick up the victory. So, Jordan Grace beats Lola Face, not really surprised there. Tatum Paxley apologises to Saria for costing her a shot at the title. Apparently she did, I don't really know. Izzy tells Tatum that Sol and Saria are not her real friends. If they cared about Tatum, they would have included her in their little TikTok videos.
How fucking embarrassing.
So I'm assuming Sol, Ruka and Saria made TikToks backstage. Tatum Paxley wasn't in the TikToks and she's upset about it or something like that. Maybe we need to watch it to understand the concept. I don't know. Next week on NXT, Jordan Grace battles Izzy Dame, Lash Legend, and Jada Parker in a fatal 4-way match. The winner will battle Jacy Jane for the NXT Women's Championship at WWE Evolution 2. Why Jacy Jane's got the belt, I do not know. Just a very fucking strange one. Also, why Izzy Dame and Lash Legend are in that match, I don't know either.
Because they won their eliminators.
No shit, buddy.
That's why they're in it.
Yeah, I know, but it just doesn't strike me as 2 women they'd want to be in it. It'll be Jordan Grace, won't it? I'll be that big fucking steroid freak bastard.
Aye, that sounds about right to me, Chief.
Right, I know I'm darfing yet. Next week, Trick Williams puts his TNA World Championship on the line against Josh Briggs.
Yo, no, time out. Fucking time out, man. Right? You know what? You can talk about NXT former champions. Look who used to hold the TNA World Championship. Trick Williams versus Josh Briggs on NXT for the TNA World Championship.
Yeah, we used to get Sting versus Angle.
That's a fucking war crime. I don't give a shit what you saying. I like Trick Williams, but Josh Briggs, do me a favour. You know, fucking quote Roy Keane, whatever you want. That's a fucking disgrace. And see if I've signed this deal to give basically just TNA bend over, man, for WWE. It's they get blood on their hands.
Here, who'll be on TNA this week? Because TNA have sent their top guys to NXT. Trick Williams, well, he is a TNA NXT guy. Elijah, first dollar, top class, whatever he's called. You know, like TNA are constantly sending their best people here to NXT.
Is it no hilarious though that like Bischoff and Hogan, they killed TNA, they did this, they did that. What's this thing?
Well, I'd argue TNA's been dead for 10 years, but here, aye.
No, but no, we always joke, you can't kill TNA. Well, this is killing it.
Aye, I agree. Blake Monroe comes out, signs her contract. Ava cuts a promo. Fucking don't want to hear that.
Yeah, but could you imagine, right, 15 years ago saying 15 years, the TNA World Championship's going to be defended on that shitey development brand NXT between two guys from the show. You're going to be like, well, what the fuck?
What's going on there? Right, Blake Monroe says that Spotlight's now on the glamour. She calls Fatal Influence insecure little bitches. Then Jacy Jane's talking a load of shite. Blake Monroe says, you ever tried this one, and slaps her in the face, and then she gets put through a table.
No, but see her saying, I've seen loads of you types come in, you come and go through that
Flavour of the month? Hold on.
It's El Generico.
Yeah, but Jacy Jane's never been Flavour of the month.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, see, to cut this promo, you need to be like a John Cena. You've been there for fucking decades, man.
Jacy Jane has been jobber of the month for every single month she's been in NXT.
Aye.
She's making it seem like, oh no, I've held down this division. I've been a star on this show for 5 years, and I've seen people like you that get over for a month and then disappear. No, Jacy Jane's just a fucking jobber that's been part of factions as the third wheel. And then, for some, I don't get it. Maybe, you know what? Could it just...
it would be like the tomato on a fry telling the sausages and the fucking egg to fuck off. You're just the flavour of the month. It's like, hold on, they can't care about the tomato.
The tomato can go missing. No one's going to notice. See if the sausages on the fry on there. It's like, when people are upset, they want their money back. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
it's
like, so fuck off, Jacy.
Did she sleep with Shawn Michaels? How did she get the child?
Shawn Michaels did this weird thing. I don't know if you've seen it, where he was sitting on the steel steps.
I had to guess names.
By their voice. I'm telling you, man.
I tell you what, he got Jordan Grace's, didn't he?
There was a fucking U-turn inquiry in the grooming gangs in the UK. Fucking get a grooming gang inquiry into fucking NXT.
Yeah, he knew Jordan Grace's, didn't he?
Aye.
How could you not?
Hello, Sean. My name is...
Sounds like a fucking man.
Jordana Grace, creator wrestler.
Anyway, guys, that's it. There you go. That's your NXT recap. Next week, we'll watch it and we'll see all this good shit we're missing out on, apparently. Till then, though, peace.